Hi everyone, it's Jody Stokes with Jody Stokes Fitness. Today we're going to work with the ball. So get your ball out, we're gonna get a full body workout in. Stick with me.
Let's get fit with the ball. It's Valentine's Day coming up, so get fit for you or your boo. You're gonna start rolling over that ball and you're gonna lift both legs up in the air and you're gonna squeeze your tush super hard. You have about 20 lifts. Try to keep your heels together and really squeeze your glutes. I love this exercise also because it really helps strengthen the low back. Then single out the legs, and as you're singling them out, try to lift that leg just a little bit higher. Bend both knees and use the ball for a little propulsion here and press both feet up toward the ceiling. Good. Come back, give it a quick stretch if you need to for your low back, which I think is important right here because we just did a lot of low back exercises. This is going to require some balance. You have a couple of options. You can take your shoulders, you can take your chest off of the ball, or you can rise that chest up off the ball. So, of course, it's going to be a little easier if you have your chest on the ball, but hold it for about 20 seconds. Pull those glutes in and pull those abs in super tight. We're going to take it into a little tilt side to side. This again is a little tricky, so if you want to just hold that plank again, go ahead and hold it. Stretch again if you need to. It's a lot of work on the low back. I don't know if you guys remember, but back in the day, and I've been in this industry for a long time, we had something called an ab roller. It was a little tire and you had two handles on each side. Well, this one's safer for you, but the same premise. So you want to push forward, flatten out those abs, and when you come back, give your abs a little bit of an arch. So push with the arms, pull back, and a little round in the back. Good. So we're pressing down. I know I said arch, so I meant round. So round that back or keep it nice and flat. Press it in. Good job, team. All right, we're gonna take the ball to the wall. So you've got to do that nice and delicately while you're grabbing those weights. Feet are hip distance. Squat down and give me a hammer curl. The goal is to try to get your knees at about 90 degrees. So be gentle and press against that ball also. Make sure the ball is right at your tailbone, not in the arch of your back. Good job, you guys. Hold it down at that 90 degrees. Pulse those knees together and really squeeze those inner thighs. Pull those abs into and watch that your back's not coming too far forward. So lean back just a little bit. And then we're gonna pulse it down for a little 20, 10 count. Just hang in there, really burning those legs. I know you're feeling it in your quads. Good work. Put one weight down, take the ball down, and then grab the other weight. This one's very interesting as well. Inner thigh, outer thigh. You're sitting into a one-legged squat. What's important here is that you watch that knee on the leg that's stabilizing. So right here, if you're facing me, it's gonna be your right leg. So lean way back, press the ball out, and pull the ball in. Good, we're gonna switch sides. So if you need to readjust your foot, go ahead and do that. We wanna get that foot more on top of the ball so that you come just gently onto that ankle. You'll have more stability that way as well. Sitting back, now we're in our left leg and we're extending our right leg. Sit back into that one-legged squat, squeeze the inner thigh, squeeze the outer thigh, and you got a hammer curl going on with that one weight. Okay, now we're gonna get some more abs in. We're gonna keep that weight with us. Lean back and bring the weight up as you do a curl. Really try to pull those abs in. Little bicep curl here. I love working with the ball for abs because you get to use the ball as support for your back, almost like you're leaning back and you get a little bit of an arch. Low back supported. Open your feet a little wider if you feel like you might fall. You'll have more support with your legs that way. Now this one's unique. You are taking that weight behind your head, bringing your elbows in and forward. Abs are in super duper tight. You're working what's called the upper rectus abdominis, the upper ab area. Taking that weight now, we're gonna go into a skull crusher. Just keep your legs nice and stable. If you wanna do little glute lifts on this one, little bridges, go ahead and drop your hips down and lift them up. Now, this one's a little difficult for me only because I've got a mirror onto my right. So I'm just gonna push the arms out from side to side, still working the obliques and the intercostal muscles, a little bit of my glutes. If you choose, you can roll from one shoulder to the other shoulder with straight arms. Okay, we're gonna put that weight down for just a second. We're gonna get back into that plank position. We wanna go in opposition. So if we just arch the back, we wanna go a little bit on the flatter back. If you can go ahead and tilt, easy tilt from side to side, you have mastered the ball plank. If we're still keeping our chest on the ball, then that's a great accomplishment to try to get to. This is called a concentration curl. We're gonna use the ball for that. So plant those elbows in front of the ball and you're gonna bring both weights to the shoulders. Squeeze those biceps super strong. Bring the hands to the shoulders. We're gonna continue to isolate that shoulder and support the elbow. We're gonna come in for a concentration curl. Little different bicep tweak here, let's call it that. So just continue to keep using those biceps. I'm not sure if we're doing between 10 and 12 reps, it looks like it. So you can go a little slower if you choose, if you have a heavier weight. Go ahead and take the ball down. We're gonna take those legs with our heels on the ball. I believe we're doing a chest press right here, so that would make sense. Get the ball a little closer to you. The further away the ball is, the harder it is to balance. So if you want to bring that ball a little closer to your tush, go ahead, bring it into a bridge. Make sure that those elbows are at 90 degrees, you guys. I'm doing a smaller in chest press, which means my elbows are in close to my body and I'm just pressing straight up. If you'd like to, you can go to 90 degrees on each arm and just tap those weights up at the top. We do those a lot in our videos. So be conscious also that those weights are really just above your chest, not above your neck. To a skull crusher, I've got 20 pounds here, so be gentle. Still doing the glute lift, and I still have my feet and my ankles and my calves right on that ball for support. So let's make it a little difficult. Go ahead and plant that foot on top of the ball and you're gonna lift the opposite leg. What I love about this exercise is that it really engages your hamstring all the way up to that glute. Hamstring attaches right at the knee and at the hip. So it's important to work on that area. That's also an area that tends to be tight, especially on my males. So we wanna strengthen those hamstrings and then go to that strength and mobility video that I have to loosen up those hamstrings and those hips. Lift up and squeeze. Bring those knees together. You're still balanced. Again, there's a lot of work on that low back today, so make sure you take your stretches when you need to. Okay, we're gonna roll the ball in. We're gonna do a crunch, bring those elbows to those knees. You'll find that your hips might come off the ground just a little bit. Just bring the knees in, extend those legs out. You're also getting a little bit of quad work in here, which is great because we're extending those quads and pulling it back in for a little bit of hamstring. Good, you may need a little stretch for your back here. We're gonna go ahead, extend the legs out and just lift up real fast. Lots of glutes today, my friends. You're doing great. Okay, we're gonna hand the ball off to the hands. Good, hands to the ball. It's funny, I've got the Suns Cavaliers game on in the background. We got our butts handed to us. For those of you who know I live in Arizona. Watch how you're doing this. You want to take those legs. Now, if this bothers your back, bend those knees. So I'm always very protective of my back. And that's because most of my day I'm picking up a heavy weight. So watch your back. If it's too hard to get those legs down, just don't go all the way down. But really try to reach those arms overhead with the ball. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for your likes and subscribes. Please comment and let me know what you're thinking about these workouts or if you have any other ideas. And that's it. Be fit.